What does it take to be excellent in your life? As someone who has demonstrated excellence over and over and over, and I don't say that to brag, but when I say this, I mean a 4.0 GPA in high school and in college, a belt away from a black belt in Krav Maga, 6 years of dedicated lifting and consistency. I feel like I can talk about the principles of excellence and talk about what it takes to apply that excellence to really any realm of your life. Because I truly believe that once you're able to understand how to be excellent in one area, you can expand that to a bunch of different areas. So for me, it was the discipline in academics and the discipline in fitness that has taught me the base for excellence. So now I know the formula for any area. Now, of course, there's nuances, but I think the formula is generally the same once you figure it out. So in today's video, I'm gonna share that formula so you can learn the lessons quicker than I did when it came to being excellent in my life. Throughout this video, I'm gonna share the 3 most important things for you to be excellent in any area of your life. So with that being said, let's get into it. And the first and foremost, the most important thing is consistency. Not just consistency in the action itself, but consistency in learning. For example, if we take my lifting example, I know that I can always get better. I know I'll never be a perfect weightlifter, but I know that if every day I just try to learn one thing with form or one way to do a new exercise, whatever it is, eventually I'll just get better and better and better. It's the same thing with academics. If I just focused on learning every time I was in the classroom, being super focused, and then taking that focus and studying outside of the classroom as well, if I applied that consistency, that learning over a long time horizon, then I would be excellent in those areas. And I think it applies to anything. If you can have consistency in learning, you'll become excellent in whatever you want to do. Also with consistency, you want to have feedback and reflection. One thing that I think is kind of a superpower of mine is that I'm able to take that feedback. I'm able to understand, hey, what do I need to improve on? Because I know I have blind spots. Sometimes I'll throw on the blinders, focus on one thing, but I've got this big problem over here that I don't even think about. So be able to take that feedback consistently and then reflect on it and apply it is another huge piece of excellence and the consistency of excellence. And one question you can ask yourself related to consistency is, how can you improve your work every day? The action you take that is necessary to become excellent in whatever realm you want to be excellent in, how can you improve that every day? One of my favorite quotes from Alex Hormozy is, the work is the goal. I have a sticky note of that. And so for me, I think of it, how can I improve the quality and quantity of my work every day? And I would encourage you to ask yourself the same thing and consistently look at those things. Now, very closely related to consistency is discipline in the action you're taking. So you've looked at the consistency of learning, feedback, and then consistently looking to how to improve. Now it's discipline throughout that action. What routines and follow through do you need to have to continually to improve your work? So we'll continue with the school and the weightlifting example. I knew that I needed to go to the gym at least 5 days a week, and I needed to run this routine and hit all my lifts. Outside of that, I knew I needed to eat certain foods. With schooling, I know I needed in the classroom, I needed to be very focused on the material present and then study the amount of time that I needed to really get a good grasp on that information, and really I should be getting 100% in my study problems to feel really good about that. So you have to ask yourself, what's the discipline you need with whatever routine you have? And I truly believe this is the formula to excellence. You can apply this to almost anything. What routine, what do you need to learn, and what feedback do you need? So that's just the first pieces. So you need discipline and action. A piece of discipline and action is time management. That's what it takes to be excellent in anything. You need to be able to manage your time properly. You need to be able to allocate, okay, I need this much time here, this much time on this. It's like lifting weights. I know that if I spend 10 seconds on one rep, that might not be the best use of my time. Whereas if I spend 3-4 seconds on a rep, depending on the exercise, I'm allocating the right amount of time to get an adequate amount of volume and training frequency without trying to focus just on one rep. So with that being said, you have to look at your time management. Now, on top of time management, with this discipline and action, I would encourage you to think about that you only lose if you quit. You can only lose this game of excellence if you decide to quit. If you've quit, you've lost. But if you don't quit, you always have a chance to keep going. So I encourage you to think about that you can only lose if you quit. That's the only way. The last piece, a piece that is important to go into with. Consistency and discipline are the things going to be the most important. But one piece we have to recognize is your mindset. With mindset, to be excellent, you have to understand that anything you want to do is going to take exponentially longer than you think. For me, weightlifting, to get to the size I am, to get to the strength I am, took exponentially longer than I thought. I thought it was going to take me 2 years to be able to bench 315. I thought it was going to be 200 pounds within 3 years. No, it's been 6 years. I just hit 200 pounds, and I hit 315 about 2 years ago now, and that's 4 years of training. So it took about double the amount of time on each of those. That's with weightlifting. That's something I'm super bought into as well. In my business realm, this is another lesson I've just learned, that it's taking me exponentially longer than I thought to build and grow my coaching practice and really create my own business. That's okay though. If I can arm myself with that mindset, I'm gonna be okay because I understand this is the road I'm taking. It doesn't change. It's harder than I thought it was, but I'm gonna keep going on that. Now with that mindset, you have to carry a degree of resilience with you. You have to be able to roll with the punches essentially. There's gonna be setbacks throughout the excellent journey, but what are you gonna be able to do to move through those setbacks? That's the resilience you need to carry yourself with this mindset piece. Now, the final piece is that you have to make it work and you have to have a vision. It's you. It's not anybody else. It's you. You are the one that works. It's not if it works. It's not if, I got fucked over by her. No, or him. No, it's if you work. You have to make it work. And that's what it takes to be excellent, is for you to realize that you are going to be the one that makes it work. If you like this video, I would encourage you to take the balance wheel in the description below, because it's going to highlight all the areas of your life, and then you can see, oh, I want to be more excellent in this area, whatever it is. It can be helpful to go through that. Also, when you take that balance wheel, we're currently just integrating this now, so it's not live yet. But once you take that balance wheel, you get a free 30-minute session with me where you can go over, okay, what were your results? What do we think about this? Stuff like that can be kind of valuable to walk through those things. Now, on top of that, if you guys will like and subscribe, it really helps the channel.